Na 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 moonlight, na 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 in the sky, na 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 you say, na 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 popcorn, na 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 moonlight, na 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 in the sky, na 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 you say, na 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 popcorn.
Hey, Slumpbusters, we're back. Another Cobra Kai review, episode 3, season 3, Juju Talk Sports, See Money Reacts. Let's get it. And let me even start off with a quote here. Man who works for passion always makes more than man who works for money. Although we have our problems with this episode, there is a lot of great moments and we'll get into them. See Money, tell me about a moment in here that really stood out to you.
Oh man. So Daniel, when he explains to Amanda and his cousin like why he got into the car dealership business, and turned out that it was Mr. Miyagi that motivated him, because Mr. Miyagi saw that Daniel loves cars and Mr. Miyagi gave him his first car. It was just that was just a really wholesome moment. Like it clicks. Like you're just like, okay, that makes sense.
And then Louis has to jump in with the, I hate that fucking stereotype of the sleazy car salesman. And that's like, Louis, I love you. Comic relief. You just jump in at the right moments. But yes, that really helped to get that insight of that character, because we get introduced to Daniel as this successful car dealership owner, but why? What took him down that path to want to say, okay, car dealership, that's where we're going. And that leads into a big storyline that happens throughout this episode with good old Tom Cole. He was only in one episode in season 1, but he's back in season 3 in a big way to be one of the bigger antagonists. And boy, does he antagonize. He's the antagonist of antagony, grade A douchebag. Tom Cole, thoughts, C-Money?
Yes, yes. Grade A douchebag. He's that corporate person that you just can't stand, and he's such a sleazebag about it too. Like for those that have seen the episode, you know that what he did is pretty much a huge slap in the face to Daniel and everybody else that's in the car business. It's such a...
He's why Louis has to argue against that stereotype.
Yes, exactly. Like what he did is like the equivalent of Microsoft pretty much buying every single part for a new computer or new console, and no one can buy that part anymore.
Yeah,
like it just screws everybody over.
Great moment. Obviously, we get Varouche back in the series, and he kind of explains kind of why one of the big problems that Daniel and his family and the car dealership are going to have to face. We understand the car dealership is under some hard times, and Tom Cole is happy to exploit that. But the LaRoussos, they fight back in this episode. They have something to say. There's a really kick-ass moment in there whenever Tom Cole's negotiating with them. And I'll leave this without a spoiler. You go watch the episode, or if you rewatch it, you know the moment I'm talking about. And I got to say, it is so satisfying to see him open up that offer book. We'll get it.
Yes. and then also second viewing of this episode, man, Daniel really has a dime of a wife. I feel like this season has made Amanda a way better character, and you realize that she's not a pushover wife. Like she's like the real deal wife.
Oh, she's so involved at many points in this season, and you actually enjoy her presence. She's such a strong character, and I agree with you. She definitely took a step up in this season compared to the last couple. Other big moments, big storyline throughout this episode is going to be Johnny and his quest to try and help out Miguel, his family, also try and straighten out things with Robby, because he's always trying to straighten out things with Robby. But his quest for money, we get another reintroduction into another character that is on that grade A douchebag scale. That is going to be Sid, his stepfather. He's trying to get some funds. He's trying to make things happen. He tries to get a job. And this is where I will say, Johnny, sometimes you either need to talk less or talk more. Don't just leave it at, I just beat up a bunch of kids. Or you can also leave it at not mentioning that you beat up kids. Either way, those are both valuable options when you're in a job interview and the boss is asking you about your past.
I mean, to save himself, he could have said, okay, I have this charge because I saw a group of kids beating up on another kid and it got really bad, so I had to step in. He could have done that, but all he said was, ooh, I feel better getting this off my chest.
Yeah, Johnny, sometimes you make it hard to root for you. You make it hard to be on your side. Especially too, he obviously has that conflict of interest, of course, when it's like, do I stay in the hospital with Miguel or do I go with Robby? I should mention Miguel also has a really good scene with Samantha in this episode. They get a little callback to their relationship. And of course, Miguel's in the hospital and people are also trying to help him out. They're trying to get some funds going. There is a awesome scene in there where, you know, all of Miyagi Do, they're getting together on this car wash, and Cris is helping out the best he can. You know, he's even jumping in there. He's a very chivalrous man. He's making sure to get all the car washes done. You just have that scene where that guy pulls up. He's like, yeah, I'm going to get the cheerleaders to wash my car. He's like, no, I got you, man. Don't worry about it, fam. You want every crevice? You want to polish? You want to wax on, wax off?
His milkshakes brings all the boys to the yard.
Life is better than yours. I don't even know that's the lyric. Anyway, more storylines. What else is going on? Oh, of course. So we do got Robby. He's in prison. Well, there was a moment in which one of the prison bullies just went up to him. He's like, Robby, I like you, and I want you. Now, see, we could do this the easy way, and we could do this the hard way. The choice is yours.
Booty was more important than food. Booty, a man's butt.
Yep, that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, that is exactly how it happened. You don't need to rewatch the episode to fact check me. I assure you, that is what the writers put in there. They also kept mentioning how life is all about booty. Either way, we're having a lot of fun here, but yes, Robby, he has some scenes in prison, you know, and you know, he's just learning the ropes, or he's not even in prison, he's in juvie, I should say. We do, you know, but either way, the choice is yours. Okay, moving on, guys. Let's get into the rating. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna give this episode in particular, it's gonna be a 3. It's gonna be middle of the road for me. It's just a single base hit because although we had some fun, there's some good moments in this episode. There's also a lot of meh. And I will say season 3 had a lot of really good. So this episode stands out as kind of an average episode to me. What about you, Cris?
I'm gonna give it a 3. It's pretty average. And there's some stuff that I'm questioning, like where did Hawk and the other guy get those motorcycles?
Or why do we have to start the episode with a fight in the church?
Yeah, I mean, this one's just pretty questionable. It's like what I said before. I like Cobra Kai because it has 80s cheese, but this one was too cheesy. It was like, it kind of took me out.
Fair enough. But anyway, guys, let us know what you think in the comments. Did you like this episode? Did you rate it higher than us? Did you rate it lower than us? Leave a like on this video. And of course, you can always subscribe to the channel. Come on. The choice is yours. We'll see you next time.